10 hardy perennials you should plant this winter for flowers next spring. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've been thinking about adding some serious color and beauty to your garden next spring, you're in the right place. Winter might seem like an odd time to be thinking about planting, but here's the secret that experienced gardeners know. Winter is actually the perfect time to plant hardy perennials. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 absolutely stunning hardy perennials that you should be planting right now during the winter months. I'll share exactly what zones they grow in across the USA, Canada, the UK, and Europe. Plus, I'll give you the planting guide and some insider tips and tricks that'll help you get these babies thriving. By the time spring rolls around, your garden is going to be absolutely exploding with color. So stick around and let's dig into these 10 incredible perennials. Why plant perennials in winter? Before we jump into our list, let me quickly explain why winter planting is such a game changer. When you plant perennials in fall or early winter, their roots have time to establish during the cold months. The cooler temperatures and winter moisture mean they're not stressed by heat or drought. Come spring, when the soil warms up, your plants already have a strong root system ready to push out growth and flowers. Plus, nurseries often have great sales in winter, and there's less competition for the best plants. Perennial number 1. Hellebores, Christmas roses. Let's start with one of my absolute favorites, Hellebores, also known as Christmas roses. These are absolute showstoppers in winter and early spring, and they thrive when planted in fall or winter. Hellebores produce gorgeous, delicate flowers in shades of white, pink, burgundy, and even double petals in late winter to early spring, sometimes blooming even while snow is still on the ground. The flowers last an incredibly long time. We're talking weeks or even months of blooms. Hardiness zones. Hellebores are hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. In the UK and Northern Europe, they do fantastic in zones 5 through 8. In Canada, stick to zones 4 and higher. Planting guide. Plant hellebores in partial shade to shade. They actually prefer it. They need well-draining soil rich in organic matter. Space them about 18 inches apart. When planting, keep the crown at soil level. Don't bury it. Water well after planting and mulch with 2 to 3 inches of organic mulch, leaving space around the stem. Tips and tricks. Hellebores are poisonous, so wear gloves when handling them. Once established, they're virtually maintenance-free. Deadhead spent flowers to encourage more blooms, though leaving some seed pods can give you volunteer plants next year. They're also excellent for cutting. Those blooms look gorgeous in winter arrangements.
Perennial number 2, peonies. Now I know what you're thinking. Aren't peonies expensive? They can be, but planting them in fall and winter is when you'll find the best deals and get them established properly for years of blooms. Peonies are the quintessential perennial with massive, fragrant flowers in pink, red, white, and coral that can reach 4 to 6 inches across. They're long-lived plants that can bloom for 50 years or more in the same spot. Hardiness zones, peonies thrive in USDA zones 3 through 8. They actually need cold winters to bloom properly. In the UK and Northern Europe, they love zones 5 through 7. Canadians, especially in zones 3 through 5, peonies are perfect for you. Planting guide. Choose a location with at least 6 hours of direct sun. Peonies like well-draining soil with lots of organic matter worked in. Dig a hole 18 inches deep and wide. When planting bare root peonies, the eyes, those red buds on the tuber, should be positioned just 1 to 2 inches below the soil surface. If they're too deep, they won't flower. Space plants 3 to 4 feet apart because they'll get big. Water thoroughly after planting. Tips and tricks? Peonies are slow to establish, typically taking 2 to 3 years before you see significant blooms, so be patient. Support heavy flowers with peony rings or tomato cages to keep those gorgeous blooms off the ground. Feed them every spring with a balanced fertilizer. Ants on peonies are actually beneficial. They're just collecting honeydew, so don't spray them.
Perennial number 3. Coral bells Heuchera. Coral bells are absolute workhorse plants that give you color not just in their flowers, but in their foliage all season long. These plants produce delicate spikes of tiny flowers in coral, pink, white, or red that bloom in spring and early summer, But the real star here is the foliage. It comes in almost every color imaginable: deep purple, burgundy, lime green, chocolate, and combinations of these. The foliage often intensifies in color as temperatures drop, making them even more beautiful through fall and into winter. Hardiness zones. Coral bells are hardy in zones 4 through 9 across the USA and Canada. In the UK and Northern Europe, they're excellent in zones 5 through 8, where they often keep their foliage year-round. Planting guide. Coral bells prefer partial shade, especially in hot climates. They can scorch in full afternoon sun. They need well-draining soil. They don't like soggy conditions at all. Space them 12 to 18 inches apart. The crown should be at soil level. These are shallow-rooted, so a 2-inch mulch layer helps but shouldn't touch the crown. Water regularly the first growing season. Tips and tricks. Coral bells can heave out of the ground during freeze-thaw cycles in winter, especially in colder zones. If this happens, gently press them back in or replant them. Many varieties are semi-evergreen, so you'll have color even in winter, which is fantastic. Divide them every 3 to 4 years when they get crowded. Perennial number 4, Russian sage or Perovskia. If you want a tall, airy perennial that brings incredible texture and fragrance to your garden, Russian sage is your plant. This is one of those perennials that makes any garden look more sophisticated. Russian sage produces clouds of tiny lavender-blue flowers on tall, wispy stems with silver-green foliage. The whole plant is aromatic and attracts pollinators like crazy. It can reach 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, creating a beautiful, loose, informal feel. Hardiness zones. Russian sage is hardy in zones 5 through 10 in the USA and Canada. It's perfect for UK zones 5 and above and Northern European zones 5 through 9. Planting guide. Russian sage absolutely demands full sun and well-draining soil. It's actually quite drought-tolerant once established, so it's perfect if you want a low-maintenance garden. Space plants 3 to 4 feet apart because they'll spread. Planted in fall or winter so the roots establish during dormancy. Don't amend the soil too much. These plants prefer lean conditions. Tips and tricks. Cut Russian sage back hard in early spring, about 1/3 of the plant. This encourages bushier, fuller growth and more flowers. It blooms on new growth, so don't be afraid to prune. It's one of the last perennials to wake up in spring, so be patient. You might think it died, but it'll suddenly burst into growth.
Perennial number 5, Daylilies, Hemeracalis. Daylilies are one of the most reliable, easy-to-grow perennials you can plant. They're truly foolproof and incredibly rewarding. Each flower only lasts 1 day, hence the name, but a single plant will produce dozens of buds that open over weeks, so you get continuous blooms. They come in nearly every color except blue, red, orange, yellow, pink, purple, cream, and bicolors. Foliage ranges from fine and delicate to bold and broad. Hardiness zones. Daylilies are incredibly hardy, thriving in zones 3 through 11 across the USA and Canada. They're perfect for UK zones 5 and up. Northern Europeans, zones 4 through 9 are your sweet spot. Planting guide. Daylilies are ridiculously adaptable. They prefer full sun and well-draining soil, but they'll tolerate part shade, poor soil, and even some drought. Dig a hole about 12 inches wide and deep. If planting bare root plants, create a cone of soil in the center, spread the roots over it, and backfill. The crown should be at soil level. Space plants 18 to 24 inches apart. Tips and tricks. Deadhead spent flowers to encourage more blooms. In fall, cut the foliage back to about 4 inches after the first hard frost. Daylilies are so tough that there's barely anything that'll kill them. Divide them every 4 to 6 years when they get crowded and flowering decreases. They'll forgive almost any mistake.
Perennial number 6, sedums or stonecrop. Sedums are these magical plants that look like little succulent sculptures and are perfect for winter interest because many varieties turn gorgeous rusty, burgundy, or copper tones as temperatures drop. Sedums have fleshy, colorful foliage and clusters of tiny flowers that bloom in late summer through fall in shades of pink, red, yellow, and white. They're compact plants, though some varieties can reach 2 feet tall, and they're drought-tolerant superstars. Hardiness zones. Sedums are incredibly hardy, with most varieties thriving in zones 3 through 9. In the UK and Northern Europe, they do great in zones 5 through 8. Planting guide. Sedums are all about one thing: drainage. They hate wet feet. Plant them in well-draining soil. Amend heavily with gravel or sand if your soil is clay. Full sun is ideal for best color. Space them 12 to 18 inches apart depending on variety. Plant shallow. The crown should be at or just slightly above soil level. Tips and tricks? The spent flower heads are absolutely beautiful in fall and winter, so don't cut them back until spring. Some gardeners leave them all winter for that gorgeous dried flower texture. Water very sparingly once established. Sedums don't need much water at all. They're perfect for containers, green roofs, or rock gardens. Never over-fertilize. It makes them floppy.
Perennial number 7. Coneflowers or Echinacea. Coneflowers are one of the most beloved perennials, and for good reason. They're absolutely gorgeous, incredibly easy, and they bloom for months. Coneflowers have daisy-like flowers with prominent cone-shaped centers in pink, purple, red, white, orange, and yellow. The flowers are held on sturdy stems and bloom continuously from early summer through fall. They're also excellent for cutting and attract butterflies like nobody's business. Hardiness zones. Coneflowers are hardy in zones 3 through 10 across North America. In the UK and Europe, they thrive in zones 5 through 8. Planting guide. Coneflowers love full sun and well-draining soil. They're actually quite drought-tolerant once established, so they're great for water-wise gardens. Space plants 18 to 24 inches apart. They don't need rich soil. They're fine with average garden soil. When planting in winter, water them in well, but don't overwater in dormancy. Tips and tricks. Deadhead regularly to keep flowers coming all season. Leave seed heads on some plants in fall. Birds absolutely love them, and they look fantastic in winter. Coneflowers can spread via self-seeding, which is wonderful if you want more of them, or simply pull up unwanted seedlings. They're practically immune to pests and diseases. Divide established plants every 3 to 4 years.
Perennial number 8, blanket flowers, Gaillardia. Blanket flowers are pure sunshine in the garden. These are bold, cheerful plants that bloom prolifically and bring serious color to any garden. Blanket flowers have large, daisy-like flowers with red, orange, and yellow colors, often in a combination of stripes or solid tones. They're full of personality and bloom from early summer all the way to the first hard frost. They're also incredibly popular with pollinators. Hardiness zones. Blanket flowers are hardy in zones 3 through 10. They're excellent across most of Canada, the UK, and Northern Europe in zones 5 through 9. Planting guide. Full sun is absolutely essential. These plants need at least 6 hours of direct sun daily. They prefer well-draining soil and are quite drought-tolerant. They don't like wet feet, so amend heavy clay soil with sand or gravel. Space plants 12 to 18 inches apart. Plant in fall or winter so roots establish during dormancy. Tips and tricks. Deadhead regularly to keep blooms coming. The more you cut, the more they'll flower. Cut plants back by about 1/3 in spring. In winter, don't mulch heavily around the crown. They can rot in wet conditions. They're relatively short-lived perennials, usually 3 to 4 years, so plan to divide or replace them. They're absolutely stunning in cottage gardens and cut arrangements.
Perennial number 9, Salvia sage. Salvia is a huge family of perennials with incredible diversity. Some grow just a few inches tall, others reach 3 feet or more. Most are aromatic and absolutely loved by hummingbirds and bees. Salvias produce spiky flowers in nearly every color: blue, purple, pink, red, white, and coral. The foliage is often fragrant and interesting. They typically flower for months from early summer through fall, depending on variety. Hardiness zones? Hardiness varies significantly by variety. Many are hardy in zones 5 through 9, though some are hardy to zone 3 and others only to zone 7 or 8. Always check your specific variety. UK and Northern European gardeners, most varieties do well in zones 5 through 8. Planting guide? Most salvias prefer full sun, though some tolerate part shade. They need well-draining soil. They're another plant that hates wet feet. Space according to mature size, typically 12 to 24 inches apart. Don't overwater. Once established, most are quite drought-tolerant. Tips and tricks: different salvias have different winter care needs. Some are deciduous and die back completely, others are semi-evergreen. Research your specific variety for pruning recommendations. Some salvias benefit from a light shearing in late spring to encourage bushiness. Many are so prolific with their seeding that you'll get volunteers. You can keep them or pull them up.
Perennial number 10, Catmint, Nepeta. We're finishing strong with Catmint, one of the toughest, most reliable perennials you can grow. This plant is basically indestructible. Catmint produces clouds of small tubular flowers in shades of blue, purple, pink, or white from late spring through summer and often into fall. The soft, aromatic foliage is gray-green and looks beautiful year-round. Plants typically reach 18 to 24 inches tall and create an airy, cottage garden feel. Hardiness zones: Catmint is incredibly hardy in zones 3 through 8 across North America. It's equally tough in UK zones 4 and above, and Northern European zones 4 through 8. Planting guide: full sun is best for maximum flowers. Catmint is incredibly adaptable to soil types. Poor soil, sandy soil, clay soil, it doesn't matter. It actually prefers lean conditions and doesn't need rich soil. The main requirement is good drainage. Space plants 18 to 24 inches apart. Tips and tricks: cut catmint back by about 1/3 after the first flush of flowers in early summer, and it'll flower again in late summer. Don't fertilize, it just makes plants floppy. Divide established plants every 3 to 4 years. Catmint is practically pest and disease-free. Cats really do love it, so if you have cats, be prepared for them to roll in it and maybe cause some damage.
General planting tips for winter. Now that we've covered all 10 perennials, let me give you some overarching winter planting tips that apply to all of these beauties. First, timing. You can plant from late fall through early spring before the soil freezes solid. The exact timing depends on your zone. In warmer zones, you have a much longer window. In colder zones, you might need to plant before the ground freezes. Second, soil preparation. Amend your planting area with 2 to 3 inches of compost or aged bark mulch worked into the top 6 to 8 inches of soil. Good soil makes all the difference. Third, watering. Even though these are hardy perennials, they need consistent moisture the first growing season while roots establish. Water regularly, but don't overwater. Once established, most of these plants are quite drought tolerant. Fourth, mulching. Apply 2 to 3 inches of mulch around plants in winter, leaving a small gap around the crown. This insulates the soil and helps with moisture retention. However, don't mulch too heavily right at the base of the plant. This can cause rot. Fifth, source quality plants. Plant from reputable nurseries and plant dealers. Healthy plants will establish much better than stressed plants. There you have it, friends. 10 absolutely stunning, hardy perennials that you should be planting right now, this winter, so you wake up to an explosion of flowers this spring. Hellebores, peonies, coral bells, Russian sage, daylilies, sedums, coneflowers, blanket flowers, salvias, and catmint are all tough, reliable plants that will reward you year after year with beauty and color. The key is to plant them now, give them good soil and proper drainage, and let them establish their root systems during the cool season. Come spring, when the soil warms and growth begins, they'll already have the foundation they need to thrive. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more gardening tips and tricks. Leave a comment down below and let me know which of these 10 perennials you're most excited to plant. Are you planning an entire perennial garden or just adding a few of these to what you've already got? Thanks so much for watching and happy planting! Your future spring garden is going to be absolutely gorgeous. See you in the next one.